Have you ever wondered how ancient engineers managed to pull off jaw-dropping feats without the technology we have today? No smartphones, no drones, no cranes that could lift an elephant. Yet they still built bridges across mighty rivers, cut railways through mountains, and even created canals that connected distant oceans. Did they have a secret blueprint, or were they just really good with ropes and pulleys? Well, spoiler alert, no magic, just some seriously impressive engineering. In this video, we're diving into 10 ancient heavy machines that defied the odds, laid the groundwork for today's infrastructure, and believe it or not, some of them are still going strong. Let's dive in. One, the Ruston Proctor Steam Navy, digging Britain's industrial foundation. Our journey begins with the Ruston Proctor Steam Navy, a true industrial marvel introduced in 1909. Weighing 12 tons, this steam-powered shovel reshaped British construction and quarries, replacing hours of manual labor with machine precision. Imagine trying to dig a trench by hand, compared to the Navy moving tons of earth with ease. This machine revolutionized how British engineers tackled large-scale excavation projects. It helped build railways, dig massive quarries, and fueled the nation's expansion, all with the power of steam. Did you know? The Navy was one of the first to use steam hydraulics, which powered its movements and provided incredible lifting capability at a fraction of the cost of manual labor. After years abandoned in a Bedfordshire quarry, the Navy was restored by historian Ray Hooley in 1977. Today, the Ruston Proctor steam shovel stands as a tribute to early 20th century technology, preserved at the Threlkeld Quarry and Mining Museum. It remains operational, showcasing how steam-powered machinery once transformed Britain's landscape and economy. Two, Chatham Dockyard steam cranes, powering Britain's naval arsenal. Next up, the steam cranes of Chatham Dockyard, a crucial part of Britain's naval dominance during World War II. Designed by Grafton Cranes Lindauted, these cranes could move ship parts and machinery across 17 miles of track, lifting what seemed immovable. Imagine lifting an entire ship component effortlessly. These cranes did just that, powering Britain's warships and keeping the fleet intact. In fact, they lifted thousands of tons of materials during the war, crucial for quick repairs and rapid wartime production. Did you know? Steam-powered cranes like these were capable of lifting 50 tons and could operate in nearly all weather conditions, a necessity during wartime. Even now, some of these cranes are still operational at the historic Chatham Dockyard, offering a glimpse into an era where steam power lifted entire fleets into action. Three, the Erie Type B steam shovel. In the early 20th century, steam shovels took the excavation world by storm, and none were more versatile than the Erie Type B. Weighing 20 tons, this shovel introduced a fully revolving design, a feature that transformed how workers approached excavation. Built in Erie, Pennsylvania during the early 1900s, the Erie Type B steam shovel introduced a fully rotating design, a major leap forward in machinery design. Before this, excavation machines could only move in one direction, limiting their efficiency. The Type B's ability to rotate 360 degrees was revolutionary, marking the dawn of an era where excavation could be done faster and more accurately, opening up opportunities for larger-scale projects, from mining to railway construction. Did you know? At its peak, the Erie Type B could scoop up to 5 tons of material in a single go. That's no small feat. Imagine the muscle and strength required to power such a beast. For the engineers of the time, this was no less than a marvel, a true testament to human innovation. Just think, in one swoop, This machine could handle a load that would take dozens of man-hours to move manually. The steam-powered Erie Type B was more than just a pretty and powerful machine. It symbolized the technological leap that helped shape America's infrastructure during a crucial time in history. It wasn't just digging earth, it was digging the foundation for modern America. It wasn't long before this new design became a standard for excavation, setting a benchmark for future machines to follow. The versatility of the Erie Type B wasn't limited to one industry either. It found its way into mining, construction, and even dredging. The ability to rotate 360 degrees meant that operators could work in cramped spaces, load ships at ports, or simply get more done in less time. Did you know? The Erie Type B's rotating design wasn't just about convenience, it was a matter of practicality. Engineers soon realized that the full rotation meant fewer repositioning breaks, which drastically improved efficiency on job sites. In fact, one of the main reasons the Erie Type B was so successful in the railway industry was due to its ability to clear large swaths of earth quickly, saving time and money in construction. By 1927, a merger with Bucyrus led to the birth of Bucyrus Erie, a company that became one of the most significant names in excavation equipment. The legacy of the Erie Type B continued through this merger, cementing its place in industrial history. In fact, the name Bucyrus Erie is still synonymous with high-quality excavation equipment. But before this name became a household one, the Erie Type B was already a giant in the world of machines. Four, Bucyrus steam shovels, the titans of the Panama Canal. What comes to mind when you think about massive engineering feats? The Great Wall of China? The Pyramids of Giza? Well, in the early 20th century, one of the most impressive marvels of human achievement was the construction of the Panama Canal. And at the heart of this groundbreaking project, there were machines that seemed almost like titans, the Bucyrus steam shovels. These mechanical giants helped change the course of history not just for Panama, but for global trade as a whole. In 1904, the United States took charge of the construction of the Panama Canal, a project that would forever alter the global shipping industry. To complete this monumental task, 77 Bucyrus steam shovels were brought into service. These weren't your average machines. Each of them was capable of moving up to 8 tons of earth per load. That's right, each scoop of dirt was a massive feat, as these shovels powered through dense jungle, mountainous terrains, and unforgiving conditions, clearing the way for one of the most challenging infrastructure projects in history. Imagine standing in front of a 95-ton machine with a 5 cubic yard bucket that could swallow entire trees, rocks, and mounds of dirt with ease. These shovels worked non-stop, day and night, making quick work of the most difficult section of the canal, the Culebra Cut. Have you ever heard of it? It was the narrowest and most treacherous part of the canal, carved through mountains and dense rainforest. The Bucyrus steam shovels didn't just dig, they literally hacked away at the very bones of the earth. Without them, the canal might still be nothing more than a distant dream today. But here's a question for you. What would it take to clear the Culebra Cut without these machines? The truth is, it would have taken decades longer, and the global economy would have been forever changed. That's how important these machines were. By the time the canal was completed in 1913, the Bucyrus shovels had helped move more than 100 million cubic yards of earth, which is enough to fill 30 Empire State Buildings. Now, that's a whole lot of dirt. And here's a fun fact that might just blow your mind. Do you know that these shovels could clear enough earth in a single week to fill an entire football field up to 10 feet high? That's some serious power at work. Wondering why the Panama Canal was so critical? Well, let's look at the bigger picture. The Panama Canal was built to connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, drastically reducing the shipping time between the east and west coasts of the Americas. Before the canal, ships had to make a perilous journey around Cape Horn at the tip of South America. With the canal in place, the journey was cut from 12,000 miles to just 5,000 miles. It was a game changer for international trade, and it wouldn't have been possible without the hard work of those Bucyrus steam shovels. Their role in constructing the canal represents a landmark in engineering history and demonstrates how machinery can change the world. Today, you can see the legacy of Bucyrus shovels at exhibits dedicated to the canal's engineering. Five, British excavator shovel. What does it take to move mountains? Or in Britain's case, to build bunkers, hangars, and even prepare farmland? During World War II, Britain needed a machine that could handle the pressure. Meet the British excavator shovel, a mammoth weighing over 140 tons that became crucial to wartime and post-war efforts alike. Each of its scoops could haul 4 tons of material. Just imagine, one scoop alone replaced days of back-breaking manual labor. Once the war ended, this powerhouse didn't retire. Instead, it shifted focus, helping drain swamps and carve irrigation ditches to transform British farmland. This machine symbolized resilience, moving from military support to feeding the nation. Today, this beast's legacy lives on. So next time you look at a modern excavator or hear about large-scale construction projects, remember the British excavator shovel, a key player in both the war effort and the recovery of an entire nation. It's a shining example of how innovation can transcend its original purpose and become a tool for peace and prosperity. Six, walking dragline excavators, the mobile giant. How does a machine weighing thousands of tons actually walk, and why would it need to? Meet the walking dragline excavator, known for its unique ability that sets them apart from other earth-moving machines. They can walk. Yes, you heard that right. These machines don't simply roll on tracks or wheels. Instead, they have a specialized walking mechanism that allows them to move slowly but surely across vast stretches of land. It's a mechanism that enables them to move across pits and mining sites without the need for roads or tracks, giving them an unmatched advantage in large-scale mining operations. But what exactly makes these machines so powerful? Their size and reach. The boom alone can stretch up to 100 feet, while the massive bucket is capable of scooping up to 5 tons of material with every movement. And when you think of the scale of the material being moved, 3,000 cubic meters in one single sweep, that's enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Did you know? Walking draglines can move up to 200 tons of overburden, soil, and rock every hour. That's the equivalent of clearing the weight of 40 average-sized cars in just 60 minutes. Its unique design allows it to work continuously across multiple sites, covering distances that standard excavators can't manage. Its capabilities made it the go-to choice in coal mining, quarrying, and other resource extraction projects that require massive earth moving. Did you know? The largest dragline excavators stand as tall as a 10-story building and weigh over 1,000 tons, equal to the weight of around 500 SUVs. Although newer models have replaced most vintage draglines, a few of these original machines remain operational in mining areas. These mighty machines represent both the pinnacle of early 20th century engineering and the beginning of modern industrial mining. Next time you're driving past a massive construction site or hear about a mining operation, think of these giants and remember that without the walking dragline excavator, much of the world's resource extraction would be unimaginable. Seven, Bucyrus Erie 50B steam shovel, revolutionizing earthwork. Have you ever thought about the machines that dug the foundations for modern America? Meet the Bucyrus Erie 50B steam shovel. Weighing in at a staggering 130,000 pounds, This beast was a true marvel of its time, transforming the landscape with its unmatched digging power. With a 75-ton capacity and the ability to rotate 360 degrees, the 50B wasn't just a shovel. It was a multifunctional giant that could adapt to any challenge it faced. But how did it change the game? Well, the introduction of the crawler track system made this machine far more versatile than anything before it. Unlike traditional wheeled equipment, the crawler track allowed the 50B to traverse rough and uneven terrain effortlessly, ensuring that no construction site was out of reach, no matter how rugged the land. The 50B was able to act as a shovel, crane, dragline, or even a clamshell, making it an indispensable asset for massive infrastructure projects. And it didn't stop there. Over its decades of service, the Bucyrus Erie 50B became involved in some of the largest construction projects of the 20th century. From mining operations to critical public works projects, this steam shovel was instrumental in shaping the American landscape as we know it today. It's incredible to think that this massive machine, driven by steam power and early industrial design, played such a significant role in modernizing entire regions. Did you know? The Bucyrus Erie 50B was crucial in developing Colorado's mining industry, particularly in the placer mining operations that flourished until the late 1970s. Even today, preserved versions of the Bucyrus Erie 50B stand as a tribute to its legacy. They serve as a reminder of the early days of engineering and the monumental impact these machines had on building America. For nearly a century, the 50B has remained a symbol of power, versatility, and ingenuity. The Bucyrus Erie 50B wasn't just a machine, it was a revolution in construction technology. Its rotating design not only made it incredibly versatile but also inspired future generations of excavators, from cable-operated models to modern hydraulic machines, which continue to dominate the industry today. The blueprint for many machines that followed, its legacy continues to shape the earth-moving industry, and it's still regarded as a key piece of engineering history. '8. Shield Bantam C35. The cable-powered wonder. What if I told you that the suburban boom in post-war America was in part thanks to a single groundbreaking machine? The Shield Bantam C35 was more than just a construction tool. It was a catalyst for an entire era of growth and expansion. This cable-operated excavator, first introduced in 1946, became an essential part of the American landscape, helping lay the foundations for everything from highways to suburban homes. Powered by a 110-horsepower Chrysler engine, the Bantam C35's strength was undeniable. But what made it truly special was its innovative cable system. This allowed the machine to operate with incredible precision, making it perfect for intricate digging tasks that required accuracy, whether for laying pipes, digging foundations, or even clearing debris. In total, over 15,000 units were sold, cementing the Bantam C35's place in American construction history. Did you know? The Bantam C35's success helped make the Shield Bantam Corporation a major name in American construction equipment. It wasn't just a machine, it was part of the very fabric of post-Bollywood America. The Bantam C35 helped build the highways that connected cities, the roads that linked suburbs, and the very foundations of the homes that Americans flocked to after the war. As the country expanded outward, so did the need for reliable, durable, and easy-to-operate machines, and the Bantam C35 delivered on all fronts. Fast forward to today, and you might be surprised to learn that some of these machines are still in operation, nearly 80 years later. The longevity and durability of the Bantam C35 prove just how well engineered it was. Even in an age of modern, hydraulic-powered machines, the Shield Bantam C35 remains a testament to the genius of post-war industrial design. 9. The steamroller, paving the way for modern roads. Can one machine symbolize the progress of an entire era? The steamroller may just be that machine. You've seen them rolling down highways and maybe even thought of them as an oversized, slow-moving beast of metal. But in reality, these machines have played a vital role in shaping the modern world, one smooth road at a time. The story of the steamroller begins in the 19th century, when steam engines were at the height of their power and potential. Early steamrollers were designed as part of the railway revolution, but as trains transformed transportation on rails, these powerful machines found a new calling on the roads. Did you know? The very first steamroller was invented by a British engineer named William H. Smith in 1858. However, it was the company Aveling and Porter, founded in 1862, that helped perfect the design and revolutionized road construction. British manufacturers like Aveling and Porter were key players in this transformation, leading the charge in road-building technology. Their steam-powered giants were built to press, smooth, and compact the ground into perfectly level surfaces, creating roads that could carry the heavy traffic of industrialized cities. By the late 1800s, steamrollers became an essential tool for road construction, paving the way for smooth, durable surfaces that could handle the weight and speed of modern vehicles. These machines were not just machines of the road. They were the lifeblood of transportation infrastructure in a rapidly industrializing world. They literally paved the way for the cars, trucks, and buses that would follow in their wake. It wasn't just roads that benefited from steamrollers. These machines also helped to create smooth airstrips for airplanes and compact farmland for agriculture. Roads weren't just about convenience anymore. They were a vital lifeline for the transportation of goods, making the movement of people and products faster, cheaper, and more efficient than ever before. Did you know? Early steamrollers were huge, sometimes weighing several tons, and could move at incredibly slow speeds of just 2 to 4 miles per hour. But despite their slow pace, they were a powerhouse of efficiency. The constant hum and whir of these machines meant that something new was coming, something better, something faster. Next time you see a construction crew laying down asphalt, just think, you're driving on roads that were made possible by the humble steamroller, a machine that helped revolutionize the way we move. 10. Bucyrus rail-mounted steam shovel, laying tracks across America. The Bucyrus rail-mounted steam shovel is an innovation that reshaped America's railroads and revolutionized transportation. First introduced in the late 1800s, this machine was a game-changer in the world of construction and railroads. Its unique feature? It could actually move along rail tracks. But why does that matter? Think about it. Large projects often take place in remote areas, far from easy access roads. The solution? A rail-mounted shovel that could simply ride the tracks, reducing the need for additional transportation methods. But this machine wasn't just about mobility, it was about transforming the landscape of America. Did you know that these shovels were more than just powerful? Their unique design allowed them to move along the rail lines, greatly cutting down on transport time. No longer did workers need to haul massive amounts of earth from one place to another by hand or with slower machines. Instead, the Bucyrus steam shovel would just move to where it was needed, automatically saving time, energy, and most importantly, costs. Over time, the Bucyrus rail-mounted steam shovel became more than just a tool. It became a symbol of industrial progress. Its work wasn't confined to railroads alone. It was a crucial part of many monumental projects in the early 20th century. It helped shape the way we built our cities and infrastructure. And without it, the rapid expansion of railroads and other transport systems across America may have been delayed or never even happened. Can you imagine trying to build a modern world without the heavy equipment we take for granted today? The Bucyrus was an early precursor to the machines that would drive the future, and brings an end to our video, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. As we've seen, these ancient heavy machines not only revolutionized the way our ancestors built their world, but they continue to serve us today, standing as monuments to the ingenuity and vision of those who came before us. Let us know, would you trust a 100-year-old machine for a big project, or is it time to retire the old guard?